Hi, welcome to the Conquer Your Fears Challenge. Today I am going to talk about how fear is actually inevitable. So, one of the things that I have experienced in my business as I got started out was the idea, kind of in my naivety, when I started out my business, I thought that because I had a pretty good background in business and that I knew where I was headed and what I wanted to do, that things would just be smooth sailing. And was not, of course, I was nervous about the experience, but what really surprised me is just how often fear has popped up in along my journey. And I don't think that I am unusual in that regard. And so just the idea that fear is inevitable actually gives me some comfort in knowing that that's not something that's coming as a surprise, that it is something that we can face, that we can deal with, and then if we develop enough strategies and enough skills in dealing with that fear, that we can accomplish the goals that we have for our business. And one of the people that I oftentimes turn to for inspiration in facing challenges and just continuing to push through difficult times is Viktor Frankl. And Viktor Frankl, who's best known for his book, Man's Search for Meaning, is a Holocaust survivor. He spent a horrific experience in concentration camps, and because of his motivation, the philosophy that he held through those horrific times, he was able to endure the very difficult and trying circumstances that he had. And he brings that forth in that book, Man's Search for Meaning, and also kind of turned it into his life's work. And what he said is, those who have a why can bear with almost any how. And so our challenge is to figure out what our why is. What is our why that is big enough for us to deal with the challenges that we encounter along the way of building our business? If you were Viktor Frankl and had to go through the horrific experiences that he went through, what is your why that would have kept you continuing to face each of those challenges? What is your why that will get you up in the morning and also will, in much better circumstances than what Viktor Frankl experienced, what will help you to love the work that you're doing? What gives you satisfaction and joy and fulfillment? And what is the underlying belief that you hold that motivates you to continue forward in the work that you're doing and in making the impact that you want to make in your life? One thing that I know is that motivation is easy if you have a big enough why. So if your why is big enough, then you can deal with any of the challenges that you have. That as Viktor Frankl said, that if you know your why, that you can deal with almost any how. And so your fears, even though you will have them, that you can face them with courage and that you can press forward through them despite however difficult they might be. You have it in you to do the work that you are called to do. Now, one of the things that is challenging is figuring out what that why is. And a lot of times we can get kind of sidetracked by not being really clear on what our why is. And our why is much bigger and different than having a new house or a new car or seeing our children raised properly. Each of those things can be really important, but by themselves are likely not going to be sufficient for us to carry through the difficulties and the challenges that we face. And being a father of four, I'd like to comment just a little bit on, even though my children are incredibly important to me and a big part of my life, there are lots of ways to raise your children. There's lots of ways to care for them and to meet their needs. So what is your bigger why that shapes you in the work that you're doing as a parent, or the work that you're doing as an entrepreneur, or the work that you're doing in your community? What is the central thread that you find going through each of the experiences that you've had throughout your life? And as you look at those experiences, and as you look at yourself and look at your heart and your mind, then you'll be able to find that why that will help you to stay motivated to go through all the challenges that you may have. In my own personal experience in figuring out what my why was, it has taken me quite a number of years to figure out what that really is, and to be able to articulate it in a way that motivates me and that I can latch onto whenever I need to. And one of the things that I had to do in doing that was just look back and went through the different experiences that I've had in my life. What took me through, my passion for art? What took me through my career in accounting? What took me through, subsequent years in which I've done a lot of writing and creating and doing other work. And the central thread that I found through each of those things is even through accounting, was a commitment to creating a better experience. And so the thing that motivates me, and hopefully you guys can hear through the sirens that just went off there. The thing that motivates me is just my central belief that, that life can be a really grand expression, that if we are free to do our best work, to reach for our ideals and to reach for our stars, that not only is our life better, but the lives of all those around us is better as well. And that's one of the things that motivates me as a parent. It's one of the things that motivates me in my business. And it's one of the things that motivates me to write and to share the things that I'm creating. And so I invite you and challenge you today to, as far as the challenge goes, the Conquer Your Fears challenge, is to articulate what your why is. And for me, I still struggle to put into words what my why is, but I have a really good feeling for what that why is. I navigate the world largely through my emotions and how I feel about things. And even though I may not be able to articulate specifically in words, I have a very good sense of what that why is. So if you are, as you go about this challenge of determining what your why is, let me pull back a little bit. What is your why that will carry you through all your fears and hardships? What is your why that will help you to press forward and to navigate towards your ultimate aim in business? Anyway, as you articulate that why, whether I invite you to look at different expressions for it. Is it a feeling that you can tap into? Is it an image that comes to mind? Is it a sound or a word or a piece of music or something that will help you to tap into that, and that will pull you forward through whatever storms or difficulties that you may encounter in your life and in your business? And so today, again, share that in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing about your why. What is carrying you forward? And until then, have a great day, and throughout the rest of this week, I'm going to be sharing some ideas on ways to overcome those fears. So today is about your why. Tomorrow and other days there will be another topic that will help you to find the strength to conquer your fears and to press forward towards accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.